Hello everyone, how are you? Uh, it's a beautiful Monday morning, and the time now is 9:44, and I'm shooting this video as a response because I've been asked a lot of questions from vast numbers of students, those who've been teaching in tuition centers, at what makes an A plus student in high school. So I want to give this response to them so that everyone should get this thing clear. Uh, I'm going to answer the question on why there's a difference between someone who is the top student and the difference between someone who is at the very bottom. And I'll give you a reason also why the how part. How did someone manage to get to the top and why they managed to get there? So in this video, I'm going to show you uh, the how and the why part. So to begin with, the difference between an ordinary and an extraordinary student is only the extra. An extraordinary student will always have extra time to do something, who always put an extra effort in what they are doing. But an ordinary student, after learning, they just pack their books, they don't just go through it, and they expect to grasp all the concept. An extraordinary student will always go through, add more to what he is, because we have been told that they only teach about 20 or rather 10% of everything, and 80% is purely your effort. So the difference between an ordinary and an extraordinary student is the extra. There's always an extra effort that an extraordinary student puts. So get these things clear. If you pack your books all the time, you are not going to go anywhere. Read them. I've heard of a number of students who are saying no. Others, the Mark Zuckerbergs and the Bill Gates, those people are dropouts from school. Well, it's not just school, that's college. Most of them is college. They had made it in high school, and for you to go to Harvard, you need to score a particular number of SATs. There's a limit. So, and the acceptance rate at Harvard should be 5 out of 100. 100 people apply, but only 5 were picked. So just know, for them to be picked to go to those schools, they were extraordinary students. So secondly, I want to tackle on the how part. Now, in high school, you have a curriculum that is for 3 years. So you have got 3 years to tackle the whole course. 3 years, just imagine, just 3 years. You have 8 subjects to tackle 3 years. But what students, the most majority of students, they make this mistake. The first 2 years they're going to be playing, and the last 1 year they'll be panicking. So, but if you look at an extraordinary student, the first 2 years he'll be studying, and the last 2 years, the last 1 year, he will be playing. So that's a difference. It's only very simple. So if you put an extra effort in what you are doing as a student, you are going to get extraordinary results, and you just become. Okay, it's very easy to get to the top. It's very easy, but what is most difficult is to maintain being at the top. So extraordinary students are the ones that maintain being at the top. So always spare your time, do something that is extraordinary. The reason why we've got so many nobodies, because everybody is doing what everyone is doing. So the only person who will be different is someone who does something that ordinary people cannot do. So extraordinary students, they do something that ordinary students don't do. They revise their time. They have an extra time to go through their notes. They ask questions, critical questions, where they don't understand, they are going to ask. But for ordinary students, they don't want to ask any questions. They just keep quiet. Things are getting hard. They think that asking is a sign of being shamed, and you don't understand, you're not qualified. But I can tell you this: it's your own future, and you need to work hard for it. So asking will not bring shame to you. So the difference between an ordinary student or an ordinary person and an extraordinary person is the extra. They always put an extra effort. They have an extra time. They have their own time. They prioritize. In the next videos, I'll also be going through you the law of priority that states first things first. So the law of priority applies when it comes to studying. So I'll be going through these things in most of the videos, as I'll also be interviewing other guys, and the tutorial videos will be posted starting from a later date, of which we have started shooting those videos, and then we'll be posting them, and we're just trying to make some corrections here and there. So please note that the difference between an A plus student and a D student is just the A, which is a plus there, and you can get that only if you put an extra effort. Thank you and have a blessed Monday.